outstanding games added all over the place and some great teams to take the biggest stages. Adam, start us off on the new game, Thanksgiving Eve.
Laura, we've never had a Thanksgiving Eve NFL game, but we will this year as the NFL continues to land on each day of the week. It'll be a Wednesday night. It'll be the Packers at the Rams at SoFi, a classic matchup to set up a Thanksgiving Day feast of football, but the Rams and Packers started off in the first ever Wednesday night NFL game.
Give me the Bears versus the Lions on Thanksgiving. Obviously, a tradition as old as the NFL is, but at the same time, when you look at what the Lions did a year ago, there was a bit of a regression offensively. They lost Ben Johnson to Chicago, and their offense paid mightily. They get a new OC in here in Drew Pretzing, and so now it's like, can he make the most of all these weapons and Jared Goff and get back to where we saw the Detroit Lions before Johnson went to Chicago?
So when we all sit down for Thanksgiving dinner, because that should be around the 4 to 4:30, 5 o'clock range. Philly at Dallas?
Let's go.
With the Kelly green jerseys, hopefully for the Eagles. Oh my goodness. I'm usually like family time at the dinner table.
You're gonna have to have this on.
The whole day. This game is getting watched. All the games getting watched. What a matchup. What a matchup.
I thought you were watching all 22 from the previous week's Jaguars-Saints game, but we're going to get on to this. Chiefs at Bills. I find it fascinating that it's not Nance and Romo. I mean, I'm a sports media wonk, and for the first time, it's like Tony Romo. It's going to be on NBC. This is a game with it's Tirico, and I don't know who he's with in that one, but Collinsworth is the expectation. But these two quarterbacks going at it yet again with a different broadcast crew.
I don't think Mr. Nance likes losing that game.
I doubt he does.
Goodbye, friends. All right, let's go to Black Friday, where we have the Denver Broncos against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Aaron Rodgers once told me he hates playing in short weeks, doesn't like the Thursday games, doesn't like the Friday games. I get it, he's old, none of us do, but he's going to be playing this one in a very, very good matchup on Black Friday. Guys, my hot take is I like the Black Friday games as much as the Thursday games now, too. They're itching on me. I like it. This is a great matchup, and we're going to see some of this.
You need some of that. Like, you've had to go shopping. Maybe you're doing online shopping and you're watching the game. It's so good.
Bears-Eagles last year was awesome.
So good. How about the Christmas schedule, which was not released all week? This is new. Dan, what sticks out to you?
Christmas schedule, I'm going Chicago, Green Bay. Green Bay at Chicago. We know these two coaches don't like each other. We know that these two teams don't like each other. Unbelievable endings last year, and then Chicago finds a way to come back late. Can Jordan Love get a little bit over that hump of coming off of what ended up last season? The heroics of Caleb. These two organizations and these two teams are going to matter when it comes to the Super Bowl. Not only this year, but for the long-term Christmas Day for them.
Give me Bills, Broncos, and I'm looking at the receivers, shocker. But there's new weapons for both of these quarterbacks, right? Josh Allen gets DJ Moore, Knicks gets Waddle. And I think it's going to change the face of both of these teams and their production. And I think it's going to take both of these quarterbacks to the next level. And for Josh Allen, back to where we've seen him years ago.
This is, to me, and I know this sounds hyperbolic, this might be the game of the year. It's Christmas night. The first time they're playing is on December 25th, and it was the two best teams in the NFC, and arguably, close your ears, Patriots fans, the two best teams in the NFL last year. You have this play. The Charbonnet picks it up. Look what we got here, a two-point conversion. That won the division. And then in the NFC Championship game, of course, they could not stop Jackson Smith and Jigba and the rest of those Seattle offensive players. I love that rivalry. I love that matchup. And I love that we have to wait all the way to Christmas night for the first time for them to play.
I just want to say, like, congrats to the NFL for putting together these incredible slates of games. This is going to be phenomenal. The holiday games are absolutely amazing, incredible, all of the words that could describe those things. And while we'll be waiting on those games all year, the Steelers are still waiting on Aaron Rodgers to make a decision. They're not going to be waiting till Christmas, right? But Adam, what more can you tell us about the Steelers' situation right now?
Well, here's the great part, Laura. The Steelers have a voluntary off-season practice program that begins on Monday, May 18th. It's May 14th. You'd have to figure if Aaron Rodgers is going to get a deal done, the time to do it would be sometime between now and Monday when those voluntary practice sessions start under new head coach Mike McCarthy. Despite any reports about him being in the building last weekend meeting with the team, that never happened. It still hasn't happened. But you would think if he's going to play this season, it's going to happen here in the next few days prior to Monday, he would get a contract workout. He didn't show up last year until June, so that's always possible. But you take a look at the Steelers' schedule there, I would think in the next 4 days we should have some type of Aaron Rodgers news and white smoke from the chimney.
Oh, woo, I like that. 7 of the first 8 games against teams that missed the playoffs. You see the exception at the Patriots week 2. They've got that bye in week 9, Black Friday versus the Broncos. They face the Ravens in weeks 15 and 18. That's sort of action-packed toward the end. Dan, when does it really start to matter for the Steelers as you take a gander at their schedule?
Find the win after the bye week for me. Ooh. If you're Pittsburgh, find the win. Cincinnati, not beating Cincy at Cincy. You're not beating Philly at Philly. You're not beating Denver. You're not beating Houston. You're not beating Jacksonville. You're not beating Baltimore.
This team finds them every year. They always find them.
Under Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
They find them under Mike Tomlin. Yeah. And Mike McCarthy's a great coach, obviously well accomplished. I'm of the belief, I get it, like Aaron Rodgers is the best thing for the Steelers team. Not having Aaron Rodgers is the best thing for the organization. The reality for the long term, if it's Will Howard or Drew Aller, I understand 7 out of the first 9 are non-playoff teams, but I sit here and I look at the Steelers team and we don't know who they're going to be under Mike McCarthy, and if Aaron's going to be the guy, I continuously believe he will. 5-6 wins
total.
Yeah, I think
they don't
Atlanta.
Reload seasons.
I know they don't. I know they don't. But this is the first, and I get that. And they've had 2 top 10 picks since 1990. It's not normal. But if you go into that bye week and you don't have a banked set of wins, that's a brutal
this may be
final
kind of
9.
silly. I mean, it feels like a foregone conclusion, right, that Aaron Rodgers is going to go back there. But does he look at this schedule and he's like, man, I don't know.
And even early on, okay, Atlanta, Cleveland, but you're going to split Cleveland.
Yeah.
Colts.
The Saints in Paris, who knows? Colts maybe, but I don't see easy wins early on. I don't see any wins late.
I don't think there's any easy wins, but I do feel like if Aaron Rodgers gets to the facility early enough, this will be a better team than we've seen a year ago. And why I say that is because he has weapons on the outside he has not had. DK Metcalf, Jeremy Bernard they drafted, Michael Pittman, like these are real-life weapons. Yes, new coach, new offense that he's familiar with. Him getting that rapport with these weapons will take the Steelers in the next step. And I actually see probably 9 to 10 wins.
They didn't hire Mike McCarthy for a rebuild, and you know that. And they didn't go and trade for Michael Pittman for a rebuild. They didn't bring back all of these veterans, including likely Aaron Rodgers, for a rebuild. So in their building, they believe, like, we're knocking on the door, and McCarthy's going to get us over the hump. And having, Jamel Dean is going to help us get over the hump. And I think I'm with you, though. I look at the schedule. I watched that game against the Texans. We were in person watching it in the playoffs, the wild card round, and it was not two equal teams on the field.
Impossible against that defense, and Texans offense wasn't doing very much at that point either. All right, I want to get Kyle's take on the Ravens. You see their team, the first 7 games versus teams that missed the playoffs. 7 games, okay? Followed by 5 straight versus playoff teams. That's weeks 8 to 12. And then into the bye. Week 3 versus the Cowboys in Brazil. That's their 3rd international game. Is you look at the Ravens, they made a big change at head coach. How much pressure for Lamar? We've seen him a lot more engaged even in the offseason than he had been. But they got to find playoff success this year, right?
Well, I love the change. I love we're talking about a new head coach there. It was time. Playoff success, sure. Week 1 success would be nice. The Ravens week 1 have this bizarre snake-bitten factor. Last year they lose 41-40. The year before that is Isaiah Likely's toe on the line. Like, put Baltimore in week 1 and you'll get drama, and they may end up losing it. It's always a heartbreak with this team, and I think that's part of the reason they have a new coach.
Let's talk about the Bengals, Hawk. The Bengals have typically gotten off to a slow start, right? That's even been the story a lot of times in the Joe Burrow era. He's gotten hurt. There's been all of that, right? But what do you expect for them this year now that you're looking at their schedule?
Come on, Hawk, give me good news.
The big thing about the Bengals is that even under Joe Burrow, when they're great, they're off to these slow starts of the season. And the hard part of the schedule is still at the front. The back end is super favorable for them. And the questions around the Bengals organization is always, what is that defense going to look like this year? We know Burrow and that offense is there. And I think they've made moves this offseason that could absolutely trick or shock some people.
Brian Cook, like they loaded up, man.
Dexter Lawrence, Jonathan Allen. They bring in Brian Cook at safety. Dax Hill already played great. DJ Turner, their second, played at a Pro Bowl level. I think he was a snub. I think the Bengals are one of those sneaky teams that, yes, they have Joe Burrow, but they have a chance to be one of the better teams in the NFL come playoff time because this is a favorable schedule, and they've absolutely got better this offseason.
Dan's got some really positive Bengals news coming later in the show. AFC North, we continue on here talking about the Browns. They have the easiest schedule in the NFL based on their opponent's win percentage last season. Easiest schedule for Cleveland. Hawks doing a fist bump. Okay, they'll play the AFC South and the NFC South as new head coach Todd Monken takes over. A Browns team that has won a combined 8 games over the last 2 seasons. Peter, what do you think of the Browns QB situation, though, heading into the season?
Look, it's going to be Deshaun Watson or Shedeur Sanders. That's what it looks like, unless there's some wild card factor here, which I don't see happening with Sorsby, the kid who might go in the supplemental draft. The truth of the matter is this. If I'm a Browns fan, and this goes for the Jets as well, you want to be competitive. You want to win games. You don't want to win too many games. You don't want to win too many games. And I know it's not tanking. It's none of that. You want to be in contention where you have the ability to move up to get a quarterback in the draft, because all the indications we got in that 2026 draft was we're going to build everywhere else with Fano and with Concepcion and with Boston, but we're not taking a quarterback. We're not getting Ty Simpson, and they didn't bring anyone in free agency. So to me, it's let's be competitive. Let's give our fans reason for optimism, but let's not be too good this year because our future quarterback might be playing college football on Saturdays.
It's a fine line, right? Okay, and we were just talking about the Steelers. They might have 10 wins. I mean, Kyle, everybody thinks you're going to have 10 wins right now, right?
You might be onto something. And, Laura, today's about hope, right, Dan Orlovsky? Over the years, I have found that hope takes 2 forms for fans around the NFL. 10 and 7. Follow me here. Teams that were bad last year are going 10 and 7. Teams that were great last year are going 10 and 7. All roads lead to 10 wins. Not 11 and 6. It's too greedy. Not 9 and 8, though. That's not enough. 10 and 7. And never mind that teams rarely finish 10 and 7. Only one team did last year. It was the Steelers, and they don't count because they finished 10 and 7 every year. But watch this. The 10 and 7 nation is already out from all over the league. I have captured some beautiful specimens in the wild for us all to study. I want you guys to follow these tweets. 10 and 7 is out. Jets. The Jets won the draft. I honestly think they can get to 10 and 7 in Glenn's second year. Wild card, baby. Next. Healthy JD5 and improved defense. Definitely expecting 10 and 7. Those are the numbers. Give me another one. Bears fans. Bears schedule has 10 and 7 written all over it. 10 and 7 is often written all over the schedule. And give me one more. I'm not kidding. That's the Green Bay record I predicted without seeing the schedule. It always feels like 10 and 7. That number feels safe. That's exactly what it is. 10 and 7 is safe. It's a friend. And 10 and 7 is that magical word for so many young single people. 10 and 7 is attainable. If you believe hard enough, you can imagine a world where you and 10 and 7 end up together. 10 and 7 is lovely, likable, talented, wonderful family. It's the Anna Kendrick of records. It's not some ridiculous Megan and Fox 15 and 2 pipe dream. So, 10 and 7 nation, dream big tonight. Relish in your 10 and 7 fantasies. Most of them will be dead by October, if not September, but that's okay. It's May. May is for hope, and you will not have a perfect season, but you just might have a perfect 10.
Let's
go get them, everybody. Go get them. 10 and 7 every year.
Everybody.
10 and 7 nation.
Hey, one thing that I thought there for a second is that you were, when you started to make the relationship analogy, that you meant like, you know, he's a 10 and she's a 7 or something. Like
No,
that was
different type of person, yes.
Got it, yeah.
Exactly.
That was phenomenal.
Thank you.
Good to have you here with us, by the way. It's a blast.
And every year.
Anna Kendrick?
Anna Kendrick with the cups.
Versatile.
Versatile.
Talented.
Accountant? Yes. No, Laura, it's my first time ever at Bristol, Connecticut. And it might be my last.
Does it feel like 10 and 7?
It feels like 15 and...
There you go!
That was the right answer.
Yeah,
I don't know if you really meant that. You also missed our trip to the cafeteria. We did a group trip to the cafeteria. You didn't get here in time. Next time, we're taking you to the ESPN cafeteria.
Gonna love it.
Hawk got sushi today, by the way.
The scouting report on the text chain was they had refried beans, so I avoided that. I heard Dan did not.
Everybody.
Lucky Peter.
Refried beans.
Poor Dan is experiencing it now.
Okay, Drake May and the Patriots made it all the way to the Super Bowl last season. But the fat fact includes a much tougher schedule. Dan, squeeze your cheeks. We'll be right back.